Hello girls and boys, welcome back to Read Me a Story. And hello also to my grandchildren, Max and Theo, Josephine, Charlotte, Penelope, and Simon. I'm Pat Kozyra, and this is my book. I'm the author. I wrote it. It's called Tips and Tidbits for Parents and Teachers. And it's for your moms and dads to read, and they can get it from AmazonBooks.com. It will tell them all about my 50 years of teaching in the classroom, and I share with them all the things that I have learned so that they can help you at home. All right, today we have a very funny book for you. It's called Q is for Duck. Well, that's strange because we know that duck doesn't start with Q. Well, we're going to find out why. See this word here? It's why. And you're going to help me read the story, because after I tell you the letter alphabet, the letter of the alphabet, you're going to ask why, and then I'll give you the answer. So that's how you're going to help me. So I want to hear that why, okay? And the other thing is about Q. Q has a friend U, and they're just inseparable. They like each other so much they can't even be apart. So you will never see a Q word without his friend U beside him. That's for sure. So you'll be watching for that. And in your spelling too, make sure that you put a U after every Q. That's a little poem I just made. All right, here we go. I think you're going to enjoy this book. Q is for duck. And we start right at the beginning of the alphabet, A. A is for zoo. And you say, why? Because animals live in the zoo. B is for dog. Why? Because a dog barks. C is for hen. Why? Because a hen clucks. D is for mole. Why? Because a mole digs. E is for whale. Why? Because a whale is enormous. F is for bird. Why? Because a bird flies. G is for horse. Why? Because a horse gallops. H is for owl. Why? Because an owl hoots. I is for mosquito. Why? Because a mosquito, the bites itch. J is for kangaroo. Why? Because a kangaroo jumps. K is for mule. Why? Because a mule kicks. L is for frog. Why? Because a frog leaps. M is for cow. Why? Because a cow moos. N is for cat. Why? Because a cat naps. O is for pig. Why? Because a pig oinks. P is for chick. Why? Because a chick peeps. Q is for duck. Oh, there's our cover. Q is for duck. Why? Because a duck quacks. R is for lion. Why? Because a lion roars. S is for camel. Why? Because a camel spits. T is for elephant. Why? Because an elephant trumpets. U is for prairie dog. Why? Because prairie dogs live underground. They put us over to the next page here. U is for underground. V is for chameleon. Why? Because a chameleon seems to vanish. W is for snake. Why? Because a snake wiggles. X is for dinosaur. Why? Because dinosaurs are extinct. Y is for coyote. Why? Because a coyote yowls. And Z, or sometimes we say Z, is for animals. Why? Because animals live in the zoo. Girls and boys, I'm wondering if you were able to answer some of those why questions yourself before I even turned the page. I bet you guessed what it was going to say. And I'm wondering, girls and boys, if you knew why I said an elephant instead of a elephant. Well, elephant begins with a vowel, and we must use an before a vowel. And the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. Every word in the world has to have at least one vowel, or it's not a word. All right, so we learned something with this book today as well. Hope you enjoyed that, girls and boys. See you next time for Read Me a Story. Bye for now.